So just imagine for a second, you take your company's entire, proprietary code base, or maybe a decade of legal documents, and you just upload it all into one single box.
That's the scale we're talking about now. It's not just about slightly bigger inputs anymore. The whole game has changed, really.
And the big one is that Disney is backing that scale with $1 billion. It proves this isn't an experiment for them. It's destiny. Welcome back. Today we are doing a deep dive into your sources. We're going to be looking at the huge new GPT 5.2 launch and really how AI is embedding itself into business strategy and, well, our daily lives.
Yeah, we have a really dense stack of material today. We're covering the tech itself, this new model codenamed Garlic, the corporate rivalry it sparked, and a fascinating report on how millions of people are actually using these things right now.
We're going to unpack those specs, figure out what those 3 new tiers of AI really mean for a business user, and we'll reveal the pretty surprising #1 topic people are talking about with their AI companions.
So first up, we'll dissect the specs on GPT 5.2. We need to talk about its raw power.
Then we'll connect that tech leap to the billion-dollar investments and the escalating rivalry we're seeing.
And finally, we're going to look at the human side of it. We have data that shows how AI is shifting roles from, a philosopher at 2 a.m. to a trip planner during work hours.
Okay, so let's start with the tech. This new model, Garlic, it dropped just a few weeks after the last major update.
Right.
That in itself is a huge signal. It tells you the pace of development is accelerating way faster than most people predicted.
And what's really significant here is the scale. I mean, this isn't really for your average chatbot user. It is explicitly built for complex AI agents and these heavy coding workflows.
The headline spec that makes everyone stop is the 400,000 token context window. We should probably define that.
Yeah.
Simply put, the context window is just how much information the AI can hold in its short-term memory at once.
Think about it like this. The last generation could maybe handle a long article. This new 400K window, you can literally drop in massive files, an entire book of, say, 300,000 words or a whole code base.
And it analyzes all of it in context. It doesn't forget page 1 when it gets to page 300.
Exactly.
And the output is just as big. It can handle up to 128,000 tokens in a single response, which is huge for any kind of complex long-form task.
Whoa! I mean, just imagine scaling that kind of analytical power to 1 billion daily queries. It's a fundamental shift in what's even possible.
Yeah, and that power, of course, comes at a cost. The sources note it's about 40% pricier than the last model. So it's very clearly aimed at serious enterprise users.
For sure. And for the first time, OpenAI is actually offering 3 official versions, which seems to reflect different kinds of workloads.
Right, it's not one size fits all anymore.
No, you've got the instant tier. That's for quick replies, simple tasks where speed is everything.
Okay, then there's the thinking tier. This one feels like the core of it. It's designed for that multi-step agent-style reasoning.
Right. So think of like a customer support ticket. The AI can analyze the mood, check the user's history, find the bug in the database, and then draft an apology all in one go. That's the kind of workflow it's built for.
And finally, the pro tier. That's for the really complex stuff like deep research projects where you need absolute precision and cost is, a secondary concern.
So these 3 tiers, they really show AI is moving from just a general tool to a very specialized engine. You have to pick the right one for the job.
So that raises a big question.
Yeah.
How do these 3 tiers actually change how a company would build its AI processes?
Well, they formalize those complex workflows for multi-step business tasks.
And this is where the business side of things gets really interesting. On the exact same day this launched, Disney became its biggest content partner and investor.
$1 billion. That's a massive investment, and they're aiming to integrate AI magic, as they call it, into their content by 2026.
Right.
This is not a pilot program.
Yeah.
This is them saying LLMs are now a core creative tool.
And you need that 400K token capacity we just talked about to actually manage a library of IP as vast as Disney's.
Exactly. And on top of that, OpenAI also confirmed their models are being integrated into U.S. federal agencies.
Which is a huge vote of confidence.
It is. So, GPT-4 got people curious. But GPT 5.2, it seems like it wants to run your business. The Disney deal and the federal integration, they just confirm that shift.
The competition is also, it's just fierce. Google released its own deep AI research agent on the exact same day.
The exact same day. They call it Disco, and that is not a coincidence. It's a full-blown arms race.
A match made in heaven for tech rivalry, for sure. It shows that they're watching each other's release schedules like hawks.
And if we zoom out a bit, one of the sources mentioned an OpenAI exec who identified 3 specific jobs that are on the cusp of being automated by this.
Right, that's the other side of the coin, the flip side of all this efficiency.
Mm-hmm. And we also saw the AI 2027 tracker, which has been, almost 91% accurate so far. It actually became a question on Jeopardy! So these predictions are becoming reality really, really fast.
So what does a billion-dollar partnership like this signal about the future of, say, intellectual property?
It means IP holders see these models as essential creation partners now.
Okay, so let's shift to this Microsoft report. It analyzed intent data from over 37 million Copilot chats. It gives us this very human, very real picture of how AI is being used day to day.
Yeah, and this data explains why companies like Shopify and Adobe are baking AI into everything. They see the real demand there.
And here's the big surprise. The #1 use case. It was health and wellness.
Yeah.
Across every device, every hour of the day, people were asking Copilot questions about their health, more than coding, more than summarizing.
It's a profound signal of trust, because the AI offers instant access and, I guess, a feeling of anonymity. There's no human judgment.
And we also see behavior changing based on the time of day, which is fascinating. It's like people are assigning the AI different roles.
Right. The data is so clear. At 2 a.m., people ask about philosophy. Deep existential stuff. It's a late-night counselor.
But then, during work hours, it's used heavily for trip planning.
Not just simple queries either. We're talking complex logistics, multiple flights, hotels, budget constraints.
Which makes sense. That's a high-effort task, and offloading that during the workday is a huge time saver.
Exactly, and the patterns hold up. Weekdays have more programming questions. Weekends, you see a big shift toward gaming and creative stuff.
So people are basically using it like a companion that just shifts roles. It's like stacking Lego blocks of utility depending on what you need right then.
It is. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes.
Oh, sure.
Where the AI kind of loses the thread in a long chat. But this data, it really suggests people are getting past that and finding real utility in their personal lives, not just for work.
And there was a clear trend over time, too. Back in January, it was mostly coding questions, early adopters.
Right.
But by September, society and culture queries had taken over, which shows much broader adoption.
And importantly, Microsoft confirmed they only analyzed summarized intent, not the full transcripts. So user privacy was protected while they gathered these insights.
So why is this rise of health and wellness use cases such a pivotal sign for AI adoption?
It shows users trust AI as a personal companion for crucial life areas.
So after all of that, what does this all mean for you? We've seen this generational leap in AI scale, handling massive documents, entire code bases.
And we've seen the market validation. That billion from Disney really confirms that AI is going to be deeply integrated into content and infrastructure.
But I think the most profound takeaway is that behavioral shift. AI is moving from just a curiosity to a trusted companion for everything from enterprise code to, 2 a.m. philosophical questions.
Yeah, it's no wonder that Time's Person of the Year for 2025 is apparently just AI itself. The technology is shaping the conversation like nothing before.
So here's a final thought. If that AI 2027 tracker has been 91% accurate so far, what are the real implications for those 3 specific white-collar jobs that an OpenAI exec says are on the immediate cusp of automation?
That's something for you to mull over. The real story here isn't just the tech, it's the incredible speed of adoption.
We hope this deep dive gave you that crucial shortcut to being well-informed on where this is all heading.
And we'd encourage you to try Google's Disco to see it for yourself. It lets you turn your browser tabs into custom apps just by asking. Dig deeper.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep learning.